Alright, what's going on, guys? Today we are working back on the 350. This video is going to be scattered and filmed over multiple weekends, as we're just going to slowly chip away at it. Jack the car up, unbolt from the bottom of the downpipe test pipes and have that all off so I can slowly chip away at getting the painful headers off. From all the videos I have watched, probably the worst engine to get headers off. So they're pretty far down there, and it's not much room, so it's going to be very fun to get them off. And the brand that I'm using for my headers and test pipes are Empire Performance. That's the same as my single side exit exhaust at the moment. I am just running, well, when I get it, it's just an eBay Y pipe, as unfortunately Empire don't do a Y pipe for the 350 yet. Don't know if they're going to make one, but if they do, probably would end up getting that as well. So yeah, let's get to it. Right, so these are the headers. That's the Empire Performance header there. Your downpipe, test pipes, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, they have your gaskets, screws. Same on the other side. Let's get to ripping off the old exhaust. So I just got the wire pipe off. Now I'm going to try and get the down pipes off, and you have to get them via the top of the car. Don't know if you can actually see that. I'll probably circle in the video, but there's 3 bolts from the top there. Got to get them off. So now I've just got to rip off all the front intake, cross member. That'll be it. Alright, there we go, intake's off, chassis brace, whatever you want to call it, is off. Gives us way more room to get down to the exhaust and down to the downpipe. So just going to get the downpipes off for today, unplug all the sensors, as there's sensors in each downpipe and the header, and then that's it. Gonna hopefully after work slowly chip away at getting them off, as they're not really nice to get off. So yeah, there you go. Alright, so here's the big difference. That's the Empire, so that is literally a full straight through system. This is the factory. That there is your catalytic converter, and the whole diameter is massive, so straight through, and then it goes into that real weird thing. Weight difference, haven't weighed them yet, but straight away from picking them both up, massive difference. Pretty keen to see the difference in the headers as well, because just from a quick look in the factory header, there's actually like another ring on the inside that's like a smaller diameter than that, so opens the whole system up way better. Pretty keen to get them on, see if there is a sound difference. Yeah, let's get to it. Alright, we've got the heat shields off the headers. Very painful job. We had to fully remove like the coolant system through the passenger side. It just goes into that tube there. So that is both sides done. Alright guys, back working on the Z. Finally got the headers wrapped. Received the Y pipe. Now it's time to install it all. Can jack the car up, get it all safe, and hopefully today I can have both the headers bolted in, and then tomorrow I'll do down pipes, Y pipe, finish the rest of the exhaust system off. Once that's done, then after work I'm going to slowly go through and put all the plenum back on, do all the coolant side again, as we have to take the hose off for that, and hopefully it's running in about a week, so let's get to it. Alright guys, we have the headers both in, not bolted in yet. So that's the driver's side one there. My dad's just doing the steering rack joint thing up now. And there's the passenger side. There's just one bolt in them. Gonna bolt them up now. Not gonna record that. That's pretty boring watching me do that. So yeah, get it all bolted up and go from there. Alright guys, headers bolted up. Alright guys, the exhaust is finally all back on. So again, Empire Performance headers, Empire downpipe, that was just a aftermarket Y pipe, and then the Empire single exit exhaust. Alright, now the exhaust is all done, just got the plenum and the coolant system to get put back on. Then we finally start it, so gonna call it day for now, and then hopefully tomorrow after work gonna get in and have it all done, so catch you then. Alright guys, we're working on the cooling side now, putting that part back in. As you can probably see, I've trimmed that down as that used to go to the aircon, don't need it anymore, so I've cut that down. It will sit up like that, so I've made it nice and short, put a pretty thick metal bolt in there, and use some of those stainless steel cable ties and hose clamp, so that's nice and tight. Also took all the grounds off there, got to put all the grounds back on, and then get all the coolant done. I've got some new coolant, so I'm going to chuck all new coolant back in the car. Once that's done, to the plenum. So let's do it. Alright, the coolant side is now complete, just got to move on to the plenum. That sounds a bit better. On a lot of forums and Facebook, there is so much crap about do you do headers, do you do downpipes, or do you just do a catback? I've been running a catback for 2 drift events now, and I actually have been feeling a few restrictions. I did have a 8mm rubber plenum space, which I don't think really helped, as it did squish it a little bit. So in this video, we're going to be talking about why you upgrade your headers, downpipes, and a wire pipe. Alright, starting off with the headers. Firstly, once you've done the installation of the full exhaust system and the plenum spacer, highly recommended to get a full tune. I am going to be going for a Haltech ECU and then taking it to a company to get it tuned, and that way it all runs properly. So let's get into all the different weight and sizes of the headers. Starting with weight. The stock header weighs 3.4 kilos, and then my Empire Performance header weighs 3.1. Not much of a weight difference, but overall when we start weighing the downpipes and wire pipes, there's a lot of difference added up. Inlet size. Now, not much difference between them. The stock one is 38.4mm, the Empire is 41.5. So not much of a difference on the inlet, but the outlet kind of shocked me when I took off the stock header. The stock one is 38.8mm. I'll have a close up, but when you look inside, there's actually like a sleeve on the inside, and then there's like a muffling thing that goes around it. I'm not too sure what that's about. But when we come over to the Empire Performance, it's 56.5mm. Huge difference on the outlet, which is going to open up the whole airflow through the car, hence the reason why it is recommended you do downpipes, wire pipes, and a full catback. So that is the major differences through the headers. Let's move on to the downpipes. Alright, now the downpipes. This is where the weight comes in. The stock one weighs 5.6 kilos. Empire Performance weighs 2.1. Huge weight difference. Now over two downpipes, as is a V6, massive difference. Inlet size. Stock one is 49.5 mil. Empire is 56.2. Again, the flow of the Empire Performance is way better than a stock. Outlet size. Stock one is 51.6. Looking inside, it's got the full catalytic converter in there, and if I shine a torch you wouldn't be able to see through the other side due to it's just all muffled for sound restrictions. Empire Performance 56.5. They've kind of maintained the same diameter the whole way through their downpipe, which is awesome for flow, and if I put a torch in there you can see straight through it, which is just what you want for a drift car. Alright, the Y pipes. Again, weight difference is massive. Stock versus aftermarket. Unfortunately, Empire Performance don't do a Y pipe, so I just had to go for an aftermarket one. So the weight of the stock one is 7.1 kilos, and my aftermarket one weighs 4.5. So again, weight is massive. The inlet of the stock Y pipe is 50.6 mil, and the inlet of my aftermarket is 57.3. So 7 mil difference. Again, flow way better. On the outlet, the stock is 60.3, and on my aftermarket is 73 mil. So running a full straight system is way better for airflow, as you just want the gases out of the engine a lot quicker, where a stock one kind of chokes up a bit, and I've noticed with bottom end power wasn't there. So pretty pumped to see what it's like when it's all in. Alright guys, as you can see in front of me, this is my full exhaust system. This is the Empire Performance single side exit exhaust. I haven't weighed and calculated that into the total, as I actually don't have the factory exhaust. So I didn't weigh that, but I'm just showing you that's what I'm running. So the stock weight of the headers and downpipes plus the Y pipes is 25.1 kilos. Now the Empire Performance headers and downpipes plus my aftermarket Y pipe is 14.9. That's a total of 10.2 kilos saving. So without even putting it in the car, I would highly recommend it, as 10 kilos for a race car, you want to save weight, and with the performance power you're going to get from it, it's totally worth it. So hopefully for everyone out there that is actually wondering, are headers worth the painful job they are? Yes they are. And I do have them installed. I can't wait to get the dyno to actually prove to people that spending the time and money on your headers, your downpipes, Y pipe, and an exhaust system is actually worth it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for hopefully fortnight to weekly uploads of me drifting and working on the car. Thanks guys.